who needs pumpkins anymore? Halloween is gone.
Who's watching this?
Anyway, so yeah, I want people to do this for themselves. I want people to. It can't be that way. There's no fucking way on the planet that.
Why is this person yelling?
It's got to be 32 miles small. But what I want you to do is go out.
I can't.
Go out.
Oh.
Go out. At least that I know. One is that the moon. No, the sun.
Why is that my frightening voice coming
the ground
from?
as it rises every fucking day.
That whole thing was very frightening. I was about to use my Airwick freshener to make sure that the air was not full of my old. Never spray that in your mouth. I think it says so on the label here somewhere. But I was starting to get afraid that I had all this stuff that can go on, like with rubber bands, for example. Like if you took a rubber band and you tried to put it in your hand like this, sometimes it'll work, and sometimes it won't if you have inferior rubber bands. Inferior cameras, inferior rubber bands. You can take good pictures or bad pictures, and you can have good head experiences or bad head experiences. I have a good head experience right now, I think. Anyway, I have lots of products that I like to keep around me just to advertise for other people who will never make any money because they're in China and they sell this shit cheap as fuck in the stupid goddamn stores here that no one knows whose brand name they are. But here's citronella that chases away bugs. And this will protect. It's backwards, at least as far as I'm reading it. I hope you're reading it forwards. Citronella, and it has a little bug picture on there. What the fuck this other thing is, I don't even know. It looks like somebody's kitchen. Why the fuck would you want to spray citronella on your kitchen? Unless you're an idiot. But anyway, Air New, not Agway. I thought it was Agway. Agway would have made me laugh because that reminds me of commercials when I was a little child. But citronella to chase away the mosquitoes, which we don't have here right now, but the bugs, the kind that I'm getting in my room that come from NASA that are frightening. You can get yourself one of these if you go to China, or you can come to Spain. In Spain we have little shops that have citronella like this that they sell from China, and they say right on the side, made in Spain, which is a lie because they're all in Chinese shops. No, yes, I wanted to contradict myself there for a minute, but the caps never fit. Stupid fucking things. I don't know. This cap fits. Ow. Motherfucker. Anyway, I have a list of problems that's right now empty. It's relaxing. Except for run for the bus. Most of the time, and I know this is something that people don't understand, when you go for the bus here, it isn't particularly ever on time, which means that when you walk out of the house, you either do one of two things. You run for the bus that was there 15 minutes ago. I feel like I just entered a time machine. You run for the bus that was there 15 minutes ago because it was supposed to be on time, but it wasn't because they had to put a cripple on the bus. You know how that goes. They have a little elevator on the side, and they go, and they put the bus down sideways. Everybody has to tip over and not fall onto the old lady next to them. It can get disturbing at times. You have to do, the bus rides can be some of the most disturbing things you ever have to do in your life. Wait a minute, I have a problem. Hold on. Bus rides. Bus rides. You always want to list your problems. And reason being, if you don't list your problems as you go along in life, you don't know which things to resolve. Resolve the problems and everything gets better. Correct? It's just like when I put the guitar on my wall. I knew I needed a guitar on my wall, and now I have one. Alright, I need... Next thing. I'm paying attention. I'm not going to tell you until I put it down. I hope I'm spelling it right. Upgrade guitar. I need to upgrade my guitar, which is a problem. Paying rent is always a problem. That goes on another list. Don't throw my pen. I can't throw my pen too far away, just in case I come up with another problem that I need to fix. What was I talking about? Bus rides. Fuck. I don't remember where I was. There are no bugs in my beer currently, which means I don't need the Q-tips. It's amazing how many things that I keep within reach. Like there's my bottle of Valium, which you always need to have very close by. There's aspirin to take action. This disinfectant, I don't think it's even disinfectant, Airwick fucking piece of shit. What the hell is this good for? All it does is make things stink differently. It can't shoot things out of the air, unlike this, which can. And can burn Q-tips, which we already found out. There's a lot of things to learn about life, and as long as you only sit in front of your computer and watch flat earth videos, everything becomes easier. Because then you learn that life becomes more simple. You don't know, you can't possibly, there's no fucking way on the planet that you can take an airplane, for example. You don't, well, you can take an airplane. Fucking people who believe when they take an airplane, they know where it's going. You all fall asleep at a certain point. Do you ever think why you only sleep for like 2 or 3 hours? Even on a night flight, they feed you, you fall asleep, and then after the movie, you're all up again. Well, Wilber, that's because you're already on the other side of the sun, which is, we're not sure exactly what shape it is yet, but we're getting to that conclusion, and we'll be there soon. Excuse my burping, but I need to kill the bugs. This is all completely logical if you follow it from the beginning to the end. I have it's sort of like a short story going. where everything has a logical end and a beginning, and mostly God put it in place, because here's God. No, wait, God would have to be on the top of the dome, and here's the flat earth, and there's God, and then there's water on top of it. Which makes sense, except for when you want to spray the aerosol, it doesn't fucking work. That's starting to make me question things. You don't know what to do with the cap. So there's a firmament above God who has a dome, who he's sitting in the water in, and above the firmament and the flat earth. I talked to someone who I think was lying to me. Motherfucker. It was a cockroach. It was well, maybe it was a lizard. We have those here too. Fucking goddamn things. Everything is everywhere. Except for in Antarctica, where they're not allowed to have life. There's no life in Antarctica. You can't go beyond the wall because it's only aliens. I swear to God. 3, 4 aliens. And you can't have... They don't need more than 3 or 4 aliens. Because what they do is, as far as I understand, is you get an alien and you have 2 aliens, and once you have 2 aliens you have 4 aliens, and once you have 4 aliens you don't need more than 4 aliens, because if one of the 4 aliens dies, the other 3 morph into a 4th one. Well, even 2 aliens. You can have 2 aliens that morph into a 3rd alien, and then once there's 3 again you can have 4. Well, at least Antarctic aliens. They can't be more than... You have to understand what I'm talking about. And you have to not deny Christianity. And it's partially in the Bible. A little bit of it's in the Bible. If you translate it in the... It depends on what language you translate it into. When I read it in Hebrew, which I don't understand... I have a lot of aliens, and they don't frighten me anymore because God said it. There's no bugs in my beer. Oh wait, there is. It's a different color bug. It's white. What the fuck bug is that? I don't like having bugs in my beer. I don't know about you, but when there's too many bugs in my beer, I start to wonder about things. I'm going to sign off right now and say buenos noches, hasta mañana, and I hope to see you again. And if you enjoy my videos, encourage me by prodding me in the ass with some sort of electrical device, because otherwise I'm probably not going to be paying attention. I just do this shit for fun, but there's a fucking bug right there. God damn it. I'm going to have to figure out a signing off now. Ciao. Not flat.